Welcome to our new series, the 200 Movie Challenge. Our goal this year is to watch 200 movies that we haven't seen yet. If you want to listen to the full podcast where this clip is from, the link will be in the description. Now enjoy today's movie.
But yeah, Soto, so I wanted to continue this Disney live action remake. And so I went to another one of my favorites. Like I said, Aladdin's probably up there, top two. The Lion King, Aladdin, Mulan, always, like I said, I just love the music. I love the story. So yes, I saw
Yeah, I love that.
the live action Aladdin 2019.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh my God. I called it.
Well, I did text you that I saw it. And I don't know if you forgot. But
I might have. I mean, I do drink a lot.
I know. So anyhow,
I might have forgotten.
So I had to see this for a couple of reasons. First, yes, I love the original Aladdin. It is so great. The music's great. Again, I say another story from top to bottom. I played this all the time at Blockbusters. Like I said, with Mulan, Lion King, all the time. It was directed by Guy Ritchie, which, take it or leave it.
I saw that, yeah.
So, Soto, obviously, everyone knows Will Smith stars as the genie. I'm going to kind of start a little bit off that. Mm-hmm. This is hard. I love, and I know you love, Robin Williams. Robin Williams, just, you cannot replace this guy. So I kind of knew, like, okay, I will give Will Smith a chance, but he's not going to get to the Robin Williams. There's no way he can. I'm like,
Robin Williams is his own thing. Yeah, you can't do it.
So I'm like, but I got it again. I'm trying to separate these remakes from the original. It's hard because obviously you have to compare them. But like my enjoyment, like I said, Mulan, I enjoyed. Yes, I love the Disney one more, or the cartoon. Excuse me. Obviously, they're both Disney, but the live action one did a great job. Could have done better, but it was a fine remake. And I will say this. So Aladdin starts off kind of similar to what the cartoon starts off. If you remember, it's the old guy kind of telling the story voiced by Robin Williams. Then he breaks into that opening songs. So similar, Will Smith is seeing two children on the boat, about to tell them the story, and he starts singing the same song. So I know Will Smith is a singer. I prefer Robin Williams singing than what Will. Well, he's a rapper. Professionally, whether you like him or hate him, he has put out musical albums throughout the 90s and 80s.
I would say he was singing on those albums.
No, okay, he was rapping, but okay. Yes.
He was, yes.
All right, you know what? You're right. You are right. You're not singing. So I 100%. Once he started singing, I'm like, oh no. I'm already done. I am so done. I'm like, nope, give it a chance. Give this a chance. This is just one bad song.
Oh God.
Yeah, no.
You hate this, and I definitely hate this.
Oh no. I don't want to make you watch this, but I kind of do at times, just so you know. So anyhow.
Oh.
So yes, all right. So the movie kind of starts off a lot, plays the same hits that it does in the cartoon. So there's not much changes. The actors that they got played for Aladdin and Jasmine were fine. I will admit they were fine. I'm not. They were. It's hard to play a cartoon character, but I had no problem. The actor, or I shouldn't even say the actor, the character, the Sultan, if you remember in the cartoon, was kind of a goofy goofy character.
Oh, no.
Yeah. The Sultan.
No, I got you.
We're going to get to Jafar in a second.
But roly-poly guy.
But he was goofy. He loved his daughter. Jasmine, don't leave the goofiness was gone. And the character, and I'm not going to blame the actor, but I'm just like, it did not feel like the same character. Like, the goofiness is why you fell in love with this character. And, he could easily get manipulated by Jafar's, staff. Yeah, this was just, he was so plain, and I felt so bad for this actor, and I wanted to see that goofiness. It wasn't there. Let's get to Jafar. Now,
what about Jafar's bird?
Oh no. I'm gonna get to that.
Oh no.
Just hold on.
I'm so scared.
No, don't be scared about the bird. Let's stick with Jafar. Obviously, in the cartoon, the voice, menacing, Jafar is so, it's perfect in Aladdin. This guy... Yeah. I have to blame the actor because the voice isn't there. He doesn't look menacing. Like he wouldn't scare shit. And I'm like, Jafar was horrible. So the best characters.
Yes, he was.
Oh no, hold on. And then you get to the genie. Oh, I'm gonna get the genie last because I'm gonna have so many problems. Yes, Yago. It's more of a real parrot than what the Gilbert Garfield. So it doesn't talk as much, but does say like words. So it's not. He'll repeat a couple things, but you know how Yago in the cartoon said
course.
like sentences.
Yeah.
Here it's just like,
Yes.
so it was very short, so they didn't overdo it. So when this movie starts and you think the best characters are the bird, the monkey, and the fucking tiger, there is a problem. The animals I was fine with. I'm like, oh, they kind of nailed it. They toned down, Yago, because you can't, Gilbert Godfrey, hit or miss, but still, they didn't overdo it. Abu is great. I know it's just a fucking monkey. And I'm like, oh my God, these should not be the best characters. So yes, the story, everyone knows. The songs, I just weren't hitting. The song should hit. But yeah, so Aladdin,
Really? Is a whole new world in this?
now the whole new world is the one song they nailed. That scene, the actors and actors, no, but I mean, because the other songs, there's just something off. And it's very slight and, a little bit change of the song, but I will admit a whole new world they nailed, not just from the singing, but from just the scenery and everything, the magic carpet, everything was perfect. I would say if they did one thing right, it was that. But a lot of the other songs, even like A Friend Like Me. Again, I'm like, I need Robin Williams to sing this. When he turns into Prince Ali and they have everyone parade, which that actually started off really good. I'm like, okay, that was the first song. I'm like, oh, I feel like this is the cartoon. This is good. And then there's a part halfway. And Will Smith does this thing and kind of stops. I'm like, no, why are we stopping the song? Why? And I got mad. And then they continued. I'm like, you just ruined it. But luckily, A Whole New World saved it. Like I said, if there's one thing you're going to watch, I'm fine. I was fine with that. I'm like, this was perfect. And I do say perfect. Like, I can't nitpick a thing about it. They added 2 songs for the Jasmine. I don't know if that actress, because that actress can sing. And I was like, damn. But they added these 2 original songs, which she did fine with. Felt out of place in this movie. I felt so bad. Like, she belted it. And I'm like, wow, she's got a voice. I was impressed. But then the tonality of the film, you're just like, oh, it just doesn't fit. And I felt bad, but I felt like they added songs so she could have like some solo songs. So, but then yes, the genie, Will Smith. The character kind of was a little different. The whole thing was, well, that wish has a lot of gray area, and that. The way he played, it was just, if this was 90s Will Smith, when he was doing Independence Day, Men in Black, when he was at his top, when he was funny.
Oh my God, peak Will Smith.
I think he might have been able to pull that off. Yeah, all right. So I'm like, I would have been okay with that. This was horrible. This is one of the worst. So I will say this, though. The second half of this film, though, got better because it was less Will Smith. It got so much better because then Aladdin and Jasmine could shine a little bit. Because remember, it's the story like, they find out Aladdin, she finds out Aladdin is a street rat, not this prince. So I'm like, it did pick up a little bit and it got more enjoyable because they had less Will Smith. Oh, yeah. By the way, let me just spoil this for you because I'm just going to do this. The genie, Will Smith, has a love arc in this movie. Do you remember that Oh, yeah. So. Obviously, before a whole new...
the original one?
Oh, no. Did the genie fall in love with a woman? Because he can make himself human.
Oh.
So if you remember, he always looked like he was on Prince Ali's, side, but a human person.
Yeah.
Prince Jasmine had this handmaid, next to her, who kind of had eyes. And it was fine at first. But yeah, so... basically to get Prince Ali alone, or Aladdin alone with Jasmine, he takes the handmaid for a walk. They're talking, they kind of fall in love, and what happens is, obviously she doesn't know he's a genie yet, mind you. And then when big thing with Jafar gets the lamp, and, the genie has to make these wishes, she kind of realizes what's going on. And then it follows the same thing, Aladdin frees him at the end. A different joke about, the original wish for denial. No, perfect in the beginning. This one, a dumbass joke. But then, Genie looks at the hand, because now he went to human. If that was it, he turned back to human because he was free. And so the 2 of them go off, they have a life, and you find out that he's telling that story at the beginning to his 2 kids, their 2 kids. They kind of go back to that. So yes, the genie and Will Smith have a fucking love story because it wasn't the original. Why not give Will Smith something more to do? So this movie,
like this at all. This is thumbs down for me.
It was 100%. But like I said, the actors who played Aladdin and Jasmine were fine. Like they were, the songs just outside a whole new world. There's just it didn't hit. Jafar should have been more menacing. The animals are great. The CGI, the animals are great. But in the second half did pick. Got a little better because no Will Smith. So they did not need to remake this. I don't know why Guy Ritchie decided to do this. I wish they did get Will Smith. I wish they didn't do it, but just Will Smith just did not fit the direction they took because the genie's kind of one of the big characters there. So the other question you asked, Soto, because this is going to be interesting. Where do I rank this? And you kind of know this is going towards the bottom, not the very bottom. I will say that. Because there was some redeeming values. Like I said, they sung the the actor and actress sung fine. Just the songs are just poorly cut or out of place for Jasmine's sake. So do I put this? Now I want you to listen to what I'm about to say, because this almost goes full circle to something that started. I'm putting this at 26. Now, mind you, I've done 31 films. I am putting this underneath the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles remake. I would rather watch the Turtles remake than Aladdin. But I am putting Aladdin over Beetlejuice, because I actually would rather watch Aladdin than Beetlejuice. That is where I stand.
Jesus Christ.
You need to see this movie. You need to watch it with Sarah.
No, I don't want to. Oh my God, you're making it sound worse every fucking week.
I sat here and I was thinking when I looked at my list, because I knew it was going to bottom, like kind of the bottom four. I'm like, no, the bottom four is like bad for different, like even kind of pregnant lift. I'm like,
oh no,
a killer movie under the bed. I'm like, bad. Then I'm looking at Beetlejuice because I'm like, I would rather watch the Turtles than Aladdin, because I'm like, yes, they ruined my childhood, but I'm like, but they had fun action scenes. Like, I'm not saying I want to watch it again, but if I had to choose, I'm like, I'll watch the Turtles. And then I'm like, I just can't do it. I can't do Beetlejuice. I felt they ruined it. And not to say they didn't ruin Aladdin. I just ruined Beetlejuice so much more. I know you said your wife likes Tim Burton. I kind of just need you to watch Beetlejuice. I know you don't want to. I kind of just need you to watch it with Sarah. The two of you just watch it. And just tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I know it's my opinion.
You're right. I know you're right.
Well,
so I don't want to watch it because I know you're right. I know it's going to suck ass. Like, and I can picture how it's going to suck ass, and I don't want any part of it. Now, I mean, I feel like I have to, but I'm going to hate every minute. I stopped giving a fuck about Tim Burton years ago. Like, I'm talking like maybe 15 to 20 fucking years ago. Like, I stopped giving a shit about Tim Burton. So anything that's new Tim Burton currently,
I know. And this is just,
I don't care, man.
Like I said, I know I said this.
I'll watch it as an experiment.
I think you need to. I think you need to. I mean, we got a full year. I'm not. Has Sarah seen it? Because I know she's a Tim Burton.
No, I feel like she may have seen it on her own, but we get into like arguments about Tim Burton.
Oh, I know you guys do. I know you guys do. You told me.
She loves Sweeney Todd. Sweeney Todd is her shit, and that's really more of a Johnny Depp thing. But
correct. I need to see Sweeney Todd. I should put that on my list. I'm curious.
Dude, you have to. I mean, I don't think it's. First of all, it's a musical, bitch. Like, you like musicals.
I know. That one slipped through the cracks, but yeah. So I'm going to continue this. I feel like there's a couple other Disney remakes. I'm just curious. Like I said, Mulan, I was fine with them remaking. It was different. If you yes, not musical, a couple small changes, but overall, what if you look at it just as a film, I was fine with Mulan. Yes, not perfect, but had good martial arts scenes, had the basic story like the original. Aladdin, though, oh my God, it was just. Even if I look at it, it's hard again not to compare it, but looking at its own, I'm just like, the songs weren't there outside of A Whole New World. Whole New World, they nailed. I felt like obviously they had to, but not just the singers, but like the scene, the sets and the scenery were perfect. Like I loved it. Like I will say that right now. Yeah, I was fine with them. Like it was beautiful, but yeah, it was just when the Sultan was just not goofy and Jafar was not menacing, and when the animals are the best, but like Abu was perfect. Like in the carpet, I know the carpet's not real, but I'm like, they nailed it. Like it looked like a character. I felt like it was part of the movie, just like the cartoon. You just feel like it's real. So I was fine with a lot of the non-human shit in Aladdin outside of the genie. Will Smith as the genie was the worst fucking choice. I mean, you can't do it without Robin Williams. I don't know who else could have done it. But If they would have made it in the 90s, maybe. Will Smith would have worked better when he was more, because the one thing about the original Aladdin, and obviously Robin Williams improvs so many lines. The pop culture references, he can do it. The what they tried to do here was a little cringe, and I'm just like, oh. And like I said, the second half was better than the first because it was less Will Smith. But yeah, so I will watch Aladdin over Beetlejuice any day. If you gave me those two choices, I'm telling you right now, I'm watching Aladdin. I'm going to try my best to sing the songs. I don't ever want to see Beetlejuice again. It's not the worst thing I've seen because Jenna Torrey saves it, and there is a couple scenes with Mike, but no, I don't want to. I don't want to. It's not the worst thing, but it
damn, dude,
so much better. Should have been so much better, and I'm disappointed. But yeah, I don't know what Disney movies. I think I'm going to continue this road. I do want to see a couple others, just out of curiosity. Well, I hear Beauty and the Beast is one of the better ones, so I want to see if that's true. Because obviously that's
live action of Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, Emma Watson. I think. I know. I just hear it was more well done.
Fucking making monies.
That's all they do.
Disney.
But even though it's not a remake, I think I might also want to see Mufasa, which is an original story at least. So I'm just more curious about that. That's now new on Disney Plus. I do love that.
About Mufasa?
It's just him
What's
growing up. Say what?
Oh my god! It's like, did anybody ask for this shit? You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing I hate about Disney. It's like, I didn't ask for this shit. I don't care about Mufasa and what it was like for him to grow up. I don't fucking care. They just make these things to fucking like steal money from people. They're like, oh, do you remember your childhood? Well, what if we had Mufasa's backstory as an entire movie? Sounds boring as fuck. I don't care. I know he dies. Sorry, everyone. If you haven't seen Lion King, and if you're a child listening to this podcast, you shouldn't be. But
that's true too.
If you haven't seen Lion King, fucking Mufasa dies. I don't give a fuck. Look, we talked about this with Wicked. I'm not shitting on Wicked. Obviously, you're saying there's books, and obviously they can fill out the story. Okay, but dude, it's just a fucking money grab, man. That's all that fucking Disney. The two things we fucking get mad about the most: Star Wars and fucking Disney movies. And Disney is just being like, yeah.
And Wicked is neither, but I know that made you mad.
Because, like I said last time, like, who asked for this? Now I know.
That's true. No, I'm not. I get it. I know it was a book first, and then like, yes, the musical. The backstory of this thing. That don't you want to know how they got there? I don't. It's wonderful when it's a mystery. I'm sorry. I don't care if you disagree with me and you're listening to this. I don't give a fuck. Leave it in the comments. But some shit should just be a fucking mystery. Okay, that's just it. Just a fucking let it fucking be. That's it. To be random, or not to be. Anyhow, that will do it for episode of the 200 movie challenge. Let us know what you thought of any of the movies we watched today. Let us know anything that we should watch. Like I said, I'm probably going to do a couple more. I don't want to do all of them, but I'm just curious. I'm curious why they're doing this. Yes, I know it's a money grab, but there's got to be one that's kind of worth it. Like I said, Mulan was kind of there. I'm not going to say it was definitely there, but
no, I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
It's a different story, but yeah, they have live action Lion King, live action Little Mermaid, Cinderella. I know I'm probably missing a few. I'm not seeing all of these. I might just do a couple more and call it a day. Yeah, but I might do Beauty and the Beast only because I hear that's kind of the best one, and I'm just curious why. That's why because I go back to Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. Why it started this? Everyone was shitting on it before it even came out. And I'm just like, is it that bad? Did we ask for it? No, we didn't ask for it, but it's here, Soto. And sometimes that's what we have to do. That's why we're here.
Who asked for this?
Anyhow,
nobody asked for this.
Go watch whatever movies you want, people. Have a good one.